Hey guys, just thought I'd jump on here and show you now my kombucha making process. Um, so I was, I got to get used to this filming stuff because usually when I have stuff to do, I'm not worried about my phone. I'm not worried about getting stuff set up. I'm just trying to get stuff done so I can go on to the next project. Literally, my day is when I get up, I'm thinking about what chores I have to do for the day, and I got stuff to do all the time. I'm always having projects, always doing this and that, doing something different, something new. I do make time for some relaxation though. Sometimes my relaxation is just going outside and sitting for an hour, or I like to go for a drive. Sometimes my relaxation is telling Felicia, let's just go for a country drive. And so we'll go down these paths or these roads that I've not been down before just to see some sights. Sometimes my relaxation is just sitting on the couch watching a movie and taking a nap. So I do get it in. So here, let's get to the kombucha making process. So I already got, this is, first fermentation takes about 5 to 7 days. I saved these old pickle jars to, Uncle Randy was helping me collect pickle jars. My brother gave me a couple. But I save these old pickle jars to do my kombucha in. So first fermentation, it's just black tea. Kombucha is black tea, made from fermented black tea. 5 to 7 days, take my SCOBY out. I usually season mine with blueberries mostly, sometimes strawberries and blueberry combination to get my flavor. So now I crush my berries, put the berries in, let them sit for another 3 to 4 days or however long. I'll usually take a little sample taste. If it's too sweet, I let it sit a little longer to take some of the sweetness out of it, because it's working. It's a working, good flavored drink. And so as it works, it eats up the sugars, and then so you get it's a probiotic. It promotes good gut health. Look up kombucha. You'll see there's a lot of information on kombucha. So let's get to the bottling. I'm just moving. This is the honey strainer I use, but it's clean. And so I use it to strain my kombucha. And so I'll dump it into this container here. Then I'll pour it into my, this is to help me pour it into my jars. That's it. So I'll pour that in there like so. Now, time to bottle. Let's get to it. So I've got my jars here. Got them all set up. These are rated to handle the pressure because kombucha, while it's in the bottles, it builds up carbonation. Carbonation is pressure. And so these are rated to handle the pressure. I do this to add, because I like a flavored, carbonated drink. Kombucha is also known as nature's natural pop. So it's so I'll add a little bit of maybe a teaspoon or so of sugar into each jar there, and that helps with the fermentation, or not, rather the carbonation, not the fermentation. Fermentation is already complete. This is to help with the carbonation. So I'll add a little bit of sugar to each jar here. My family in North Carolina, they really love kombucha. They love it. It makes them feel like they drinking something. It does have maybe 1% alcohol. It's just a good drink. This is what I drink every day. Between this and water, it's pretty much all that I drink. So then I'll just start filling my bottles. My bottles up. Make sure it's down in there like it's supposed to be. So this is just my process. I thought I would just walk you guys through what I do into kombucha making. I got, trying to think, I probably need to start me another batch. But I have 5 jars of kombucha here in my little drink refrigerator already. And so I need to start maybe making another batch. Usually I do two at a time. I'll do 2 gallons at a time. People wanted to buy my kombucha. I really wasn't doing it to sell per se. But then people started hitting me up. I do sell some for family. I just really didn't want to get into it. Now I can teach you how. I would rather teach you how and help you get started on your own kombucha. Let me go ahead and, since I got that clear, I'm gonna go ahead and jar up or strain this. But I would rather teach somebody how to do it. So as you can see, let me show you this. This is pretty interesting. So as you can see, this is a SCOBY that started to form in this one. Now, it may be a little disgusting, but it's all healthy and natural. And this is a SCOBY, how it joins together like that. So it's starting to make another one. Don't get grossed out by it, but if you do, that's okay. This is all natural, good stuff. And so it started to form another one in there, which is okay. So it's eating that sugar. It's eating that sugar. So it's creating a good, healthy drink for your gut. But I would really rather teach somebody how to do it than to sell it. And then that way you can. Now I did think about also, I'm gonna throw this out there, that I can be the kombucha. You know how you used to have the milkmen that brought the milk around? I could be the kombucha man to bring the kombucha around house to house. I could do that. But maybe after I retire or whatever, maybe I'll get into something like that. Just something to think of, I could do that. My son, one of my sons, Quentin, was saying, Dad, you should just really kind of wholesale your kombucha. I'll start looking at that. So that's maybe something I'll look at. I got all these things I do, and this may be something also I could look at. I do like my flavor of my kombucha. It's really delicious. I really do like it, if I must say so myself. Let me just bottling these up, getting them ready. Then, so what I'll do next, I'll show you that here in a second. My wife went out and found me some wine racks. So I'll let these set out. The longer you let it sit out of refrigeration, builds up more carbonation. Refrigeration, fermentation, carbonation. I'm just silly like that sometimes. But anyway, so the longer you let it sit out, it builds up carbonation. And you get a more carbonated drink. I like the carbonation, the pop feel to it. I'm just filling these up, tapping them off. And then we'll go with that. Just filling them all up. And then this one here, I have a little too full, so I won't try to waste any of it. Just make sure I get them to where I want them. This is the process. Kombucha is not really hard at all. It's just a process. Anything you get into doing, it's going to take you some time. And it's just going to be a process. That's all. The most of it is you're waiting. You're waiting for the fermentation, and you just leave it set. So I'm just kind of tap these off to where I want them. I want them to about right here. And then I want them to about right here. You don't have to put them that full, but I'm going to empty them just a little bit out. But I like to try to get all my jars about the same level. Just try to get them. That's just what I do. I like to have them uniform, same level. So I have a sister that buys from me a couple nieces wanted to get into it, to buy in. I told them all, when you're ready to make it, I'm ready to teach you. Because I just really like to do it for me. But if there's this is better than what you're gonna get at the store. I can say that honestly. This is gonna be better than what you're gonna get at the store. I've had some of there's some good store-bought kombuchas out there. There are, there's some decent ones, but mine is the, if I can say so, it's the best I've tasted. Now, if you let it set longer, you can turn to straight vinegar, and then you can just use it as vinaigrette. Make you a salad dressing with it if you'd like. You can do it like that. Let me see if I have something in here. So now I got a little bit left in this, in my container here. So what I'll do, a friend of mine I work with used to make his own beer, and he was getting rid of some of his beer bottles. I said, you know what, I'll take I can use that for kombucha. It's a little smaller container, and I'll do some little, I'm gonna give you a little one drink. So I'm gonna fill that up. Pull these out of the fridge, and I'll just top this off with this. Top that off with that like that. Okay, so that's kombucha. So let me drag this box out while I got you all here. So like I said, I always got stuff going on. Always got stuff going on. And so they was getting after me about sharing some of my stuff. So, as you can see, this is some of the honey I bottled up. I got to put it away still yet. This is the honey I got from that beehive. So I didn't put it away yet. So I got the honey. Of course, I got kombucha. And of course, these are ramp flakes. So I go out and forage for ramps. And so these are ramp flakes. And so I dry my leaves out. Makes a good seasoning. I season some of that chicken with the ramp flakes. So, these are ramp flakes here. So I do my honey, do my kombucha, and my ramp flakes. Now what I did also is I vacuum sealed some. And then these will be for the winter. And so I'll just take these up, chop these up, and put them in my fried potatoes, or put them down with your roast, or I use my ramp flakes for my meatloaf. And so what else do I do? Oh, let me show you. But this is just probably no different than anybody else. There's a lot of people that do this kind of stuff. And so these are some hot peppers. A guy I worked with, he made this sauce. It's like a tomato-based sauce. It's sweet, heat. Use them on, I put them on top of my fried potatoes. I put them in my hoagie sandwiches. You can use them on eggs, on an omelet, whatever you want to do that. And so here's what else on that. Of course, I make my own jelly too. So this is raspberry jelly, really delicious raspberry jelly. I go out and pick my own berries and make my raspberry jelly with that. When I tried for the first time last fall, I made hot pepper jelly. Oh, really good. This is hot pepper jelly, really delicious. I've had hot pepper jelly before, and I said, well, let me just try to make my own. And so I made my own hot pepper jelly, but I make raspberry jelly, blackberry jelly, mulberry jelly, peach jelly, apple butter. I made even a corn cob jelly. I had a bunch of corn. I put it back for the winter, and I was looking at ways to preserve corn, and somebody was making a corn cob jelly. I was like, what in the world is corn cob jelly? Came about during the Great Depression. They said, things were hard times during the Great Depression. And so they was trying to preserve as much as they could. So they were boiling the corn cobs down. in making a jelly with the corn cob juice. And so I tried it. It was really delicious. So I made a little bit of corn cob jelly. I made mint jelly. My Aunt Sharon had some mint. She said, Jeremy, try to make some mint jelly. So I made mint jelly. It really tasted good. And then I mixed the mint juice with the blackberry juice and made a mint blackberry kind of a mix. Really good jelly. So, I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff. I got my chickens with my eggs. I got my bees with my honey. I got my gardens, and I'll put back stuff from the garden. I got my kombucha. I really like to do the kombucha. I really love these ramp flakes. So I'll try to get out and get more so that I can really sell some. Now this container here, I'm just doing it for a couple people in my wife's family. This is a $45 container of ramp flakes here. And so if any businesses want to purchase some, but that's going to take me a lot of work next spring, early spring, to get some. This is a $12 container here. This one here goes for $8. So this is what you got here with my ramps. Now I could try to beef up. Now it's a sustainable way of foraging. And so when I go through the woods there, my ramp patch, instead of digging up the whole plant like this, I just go through and cut the leaves off. Just take leaves, leave the root in the ground. That way it'll come back the following spring. For a really sustainable way of foraging. And so I like doing that. And so, man, I'm already at 16 minutes on my time. I didn't want to make a really long video, but I thought I'd show you my processes here. And so I got my chicken ready to go in the freezer. Oh man. So I did the chicken. It's ready to go in the freezer. I got it here, vacuum sealed, ready to go. Put that in the freezer. Go downstairs, deep freeze. Put that there. Here's the racks. Let me show you these real quick. So my wife had found me some wine racks. So I'll put these jars of kombucha into the racks, and they'll sit out over there on the counter there, in the racks over there on my baker's rack. And so I'll leave them until I have room in my refrigerator, and I just usually keep at least maybe 5 jars of the kombucha in my drink refrigerator. Now, when you refrigerate it, it stops the fermentation process, it stops it from working. Well, I'll say like it slows it down, really slows it down. So that's that. So this is just a little bit of my life, and so I'm not used to doing. You can see I'm a talker, so I talk a lot. I talk to myself, and there's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. Some people say don't answer yourself. I answer myself too. Talk to myself, answer myself. And I'm not crazy about doing it. I think it helps us keep sanity. But anyway, let me get off of here so I can get this stuff wrapped up and done, and then I'll move on to my next project. I think I might take a little. I'm off for the next 2 weeks, and I might. I got some stuff I need to do, but it's almost 5 o'clock, so the rest of the day I may just chill. So, hey guys, I'm trying to get it together and put some stuff out here. I might as well, because this is the life of me, and I'm always into something. So I'm just letting you share what the somethings that I'm into while I'm doing it. Okay. All right. Hey, you guys have a blessed day. We had a lot of rain here earlier, but it looks like it's cleared up, and so it's nice out. And so I'm gonna find something else to get into. All right. Be blessed.